Anniversary. Well, here we are about to start the final quarter at West Park with the scores. The TFL, the South, lead by 1 point. And what's going to be I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, they lead by 7 points, and what'll be a heart stopper here at West Park. Umpire Munson comes in, throws the ball into the air, punched away by Rewald, finally picked up there and punched away by Michael Templeton. The ball comes to the ground. Templeton picks up and gets it out to brother Peter Templeton. Peter puts the ball forward. Reynolds drops the marks, gives the handball across to Michael Gale. Michael Gale bangs home, and the Coast are in front. What a magnificent start to the Coast. Well, the ball came out of the centre. Michael Templeton gave it across to Peter. Peter out to Michael Gale, and he's banged home the Union's 6th goal. The score's all locked up here at West Park in the first minute. And what a heart stopper. We've heard so much about the Southern... fitness. In fact, John's just pointed out to me that there's still 1 point of difference. 6-9, play 6-10. Umpire coming in with the ball again, throws it high into the air this time, punched away by Rudy Gillum. The ball comes to the ground, picked up by Wade. He gives it out to Rywald. Rywald punches the ball forward. Coming in there's a new player for the South, getting the handball out. He gets it across towards Fox. Fox across towards little Ricky Scott Wade, and the ball comes to the ground, and the umpire will say, give it to me, fellas, and I'll ball it up. Ricky Brown had Scott Wade there in a battle of the two rovers, and Wade couldn't get it out. The ball thrown into the air again. Into the ruck is Gillum. He's been a powerhouse on the ruck for the Coast. He puts the ball onto his boot. It comes back towards Scott Knight. He gives it to Peter Templeton. Peter Templeton's long clearing kick goes down towards centre half forward. Underneath the ball would have been Fox. He can't pick it up. Finally picked up there by little Keegan. He gives it across towards the Southern player there, who takes the handball off. Gives it across into Monday. Monday gives it to Curley. Curley puts it in centre half forward, but Templeton with desperation intercepts. Out of the packet comes out towards Walker. He's unloaded there. Damien Cox been a good player for the Coast. He's showing pace. Cox one under the air. The ball rolls towards the boundary line. Cox puts pressure on the little fella, but Wade will take the free kick for one up the side of the ear. Scott Wade with the ball now. The Hobart skipper puts the ball across towards centre half forward. Up they go. Punched away by Robbie Wright. It comes back towards the Southern player there trying to pick it up. Would be Graham Fox. Then it comes back out to Robbie Wright. He puts the ball towards centre half forward. Up goes Beaumont before acceptances. It comes to the ground at centre half forward. Handballed it out. Out after the ball this time would be Chris Rogers. He'll try and put on the left foot, but the Union pressures too much for that player, and the umpire will ball it up. And that's umpire O'Hearn or umpire Munson balls it up in the centre of the ground. Rywald gets the tap down. It comes straight down to Ricky Brown. He can't pick it up. It comes out, and the umpire will say, give it to me, fellas. And Munson with the ball in the centre of the ground will throw it up at the 4-minute mark of the top last quarter. Up it goes. The big ruckman go up. Rywald, he's got on top of Gillum in this last quarter. Comes out to little Wade. He can't get it, but finally comes out to Keegan. He puts the ball forward. Punched away on that occasion by, it looks like on the far side of the ground there, that would have been Ricky Hanlon. It goes out and eludes that player. He finally gathers the ball in, runs through centre half back, puts it up towards the wing, trying to pull the mark down. Would have been Stephen Nichols. He's been a quiet player since the first quarter, and the ball will be thrown up on the true centre wing on the road side of the ground. Up they go. Rywald gets another tap down. He's got right on top on the ruck in this last quarter as the ball comes out towards Templeton, but his kick goes over the boundary line, and I think will be out of bounds, not on the full, and the throw up will be affected on the half forward flank. NWFU into attack. Well, South have been renowned for their fitness in these Foster's Cup matches against the other states in this year as the ball's thrown in. Rywald with another beautiful tap down, gets the ball out towards Hanlon. Hanlon's kick goes up towards the half-forward flank. Up goes Mick Honeybell. He brings the ball down, tries to get away. He dropped the ball without any doubt. Play on, says the umpire. He brings it out, and there'll be a ball up in the centre of the ground once again, and Honeybell may have been a little bit lucky to get the benefit of the doubt on that occasion. Up it goes. This time the big fellows go up. It's Rudy Gillum gets a tap down. He gets it down to little Beaumont. He can't pick it up. He gives it across to Ricky Brown. Out it comes towards the other rover in the XL. He can't get the ball out. Scott Wade's in there. It comes out to Keegan. He gives it across towards Big Templeton. Templeton runs through the centre. Bang it home, boy. Bangs it towards the goals. Templeton puts it through. And what do you think it is? It's a magnificent goal to the Coast. And as Templeton puts the Coast in front, and now they lead by 5 points.
Bursting through the centre of the ground. Rudy Gillum gets in, he lifts his game, and as Tig said, Rewalt was starting to get on top, but Gillum lifts then. The Union are out this time through Michael Templeton. He can't get the ball. It's picked up by Shepherd. He gets the ball back to the centre of the ground. It's touched. Beaumont goes on with a quick kick. Down on a great marks taken in front there by Ian Gardam. Oh, very early in the game, but by crikey's Tiger goal now to be close to a sealer. And that's probably putting the Moz on the Union at the 6-minute mark. But, gee, when goals have been hard to come by, a lead of Gardam comes. He kicks towards goal. He hooked that one badly. In fact, it just scrapes in for a minor score.
Well, it's better than nothing, Bob, at this stage.
That makes exactly a goal the difference. 7-10 to 6-10. A total of 52 plays 46. The goal umpire had not finished waving the flags, and Farquhar will be forced to take another kick.
Bob, the Southern players have definitely panicked. When he kicked the ball in there was about 4 players from the South telling each player to pick another player up instead of doing it themselves. They're in trouble.
Right, ball comes back. Oh, over the back of the pack was Curley, couldn't quite drag it down. South are away this time through Excel, I think it was. He gets the ball out there, but in front for the Union is the Union player in Hennessy. He drives it back, but then coming forward once more of the South, they only get it to right underneath the camera position. Hennessy comes through, almost picks the ball up from out of the hands of Fox, but Fox has still got the football as the umpire comes in and says ball it up. Fox rolls the ball away and allows umpire Ahern to come in and pick the ball up. He does so. He gets the ball up. Mannion's the new player on. He gets the ball to centre half forward. Knocked forward by Scott Knights, and then socket forward there by Damien Cox. Is good football. This allows the Union in. Ivanoff's in there. Ivanoff the terrible gets the hand pass out towards Keegan. Keegan's had a long poke at the sticks. He's done it. He's done it. That's a second magnificent goal from Keegan. Tig, the way the Coast played in the third quarter, it's almost a matter of how far. Rewald doesn't agree with me. He taps the ball down, but only as far as Michael Templeton. Michael Templeton kicks the ball out in the direction of Hanlon. Hanlon gets the ball back to the centre of the ground, then is caught with the ball. Play on, push in the back goes unnoticed. There as Robbie Dykes tries to burst his way through, comes down there. Reynolds is in the front position. Reynolds props, then tries to get the ball forward, then knocks the ball forward cleverly, and the Union have another shot at the goals, and I think they've poked that through. They have. It's all over, mate. Michael Gale kicks his third goal as the crowd go berserk, and right down underneath us the TANFL supporters. Few though that they are numbed into that sort of silence that sort of suggests that they're in a heap of trouble. If I was nasty, I could say more trouble than the spectator at the Brendon football ground, but I won't say that. Back to the centre of the ground. Rudy Gillen lifts himself. He gets the ball out. Oh, the coast's on fire and there's nothing much they can do wrong. However, the ball comes back towards the centre of the ground, knocked forward and then finally picked up there by the running player. There in Hanlon gets the ball back to Rewalt. Rewalt gets a hand pass out there towards Rogers. Rogers sends it towards centre half forward. Kicking the ball off the ground there was Clark. He gets the ball out as far as Wade. Wade twists and turns, been a very quiet player for a player of his experience. Williamson gets the ball forward, but the Union defence holds steady, and Ivanoff says, let it come. Ivanoff away with a hand pass to Rudy Gillum. Rudy Gillum with a hand pass, a long hand pass to Michael Templeton. It's too far for Templeton, but then he runs through and sockers the ball cleverly off the ground to Michael Gale. He loses control of the ball at the vital moment. Shepherd's in there, tries to get the ball off the ground. Can't do so. Finally it's picked up by Ivanoff. He gets a hand pass but under pressure. Ricky Brown can't do anything with the ball, and there's a melee of players at centre half forward for the Union. Finally it comes out towards Mannion. Mannion's the one in the clean white shorts, indicating he hasn't been on the ground very long, and the ball, it's going to be a ball up at centre half forward.
No way the South can get up from here, Shane.
18 points the difference now. Union leading by 3 straight goals as the bouncer's put to ground. Reynolds picks it out of the air, kicks it down towards the forward pocket. Here's the South though, still defending strongly through Marchant. A kick up the ground, and the free kick will be going to the TANFL. It's going to be taken by Brett Mannion. Mannion now in defence. Kicks wide, looking for Williamson, and a strong mark taken on the half-back line by the New Norfolk player in Gary Williamson. 10 minutes gone in the final quarter. Kick back towards the centre of the ground, the mark taken by Robbie Wright. The Union quickly on with play, transferring play out wide to Gale, who's kicked 3 goals for the Union. And the youngster playing his first combined game has been a star on the half-forward line. Kicked the first goal for the Union and has kicked 2 since. He's 50 metres out from goal. A drop punt kick. He's floated it right up towards full forward. It's through. Nobody touched it. Great goal to Michael Gale. That's his 4th. And if ever there was a VFL player in the making, it's Michael Gale. 10 goals, 10, 70 to the Union. And the 2A NFL are stagnant now on 6 goals, 10, 46.
Anyone that's watched the game carefully can really see how to play that half-forward flank. Michael Gale has drifted in from that half-forward flank towards goals on 4 occasions, been a brilliant half-forward flanker.
Ball back in the centre of the ground now. It's going to be Gillum against Rewalt in the centre square. Gillum and Rewalt. Rewalt gets the tap down, but it comes down towards the player, breaking through strongly now. It's Hanlon for the Southerners. He drives the ball back towards centre half forward. Punch from behind. The free kick comes out, and it'll go to Rogers in the centre square. Certainly up against it now, the 2A NFL as Rogers breaks through centre half forward. The long kick looking for Fox. Simpson comes out in defence, backs his judgment well. Good defensive play there by the Union, but Williamson dives in on it. Players going in desperately. Baker picks it up, pushes the ball towards the safety of the boundary. Honeybell comes in. He was tackled, taken away by Simpson. The short kick comes in. Gardam's marked. He's quickly on with play. Could have been penalised for dropping the ball then. It's very close to the boundary line, and Gardam swings away. Gives Michael Templeton the chance now. He's got it in the centre square. A long bomb. He's kicked it out wide. It's given Gale the opportunity. Gale has a 3 or 4 metre break over his opponent in Dykes. He gets the ball back towards Beaumont. Beaumont's there. Can't quite get his boot to the ball, and Dykes defends here for the South. He kicks it back towards centre wing. From behind, it's Knights. Did he pull it in? No, umpire calls play on, and now the umpire will come in and call for it. Centre in the true centre of the ground. Bounce of the ball goes down. Up goes Rewalt. He palms it down, but taken by Keegan. Keegan's kicked down forward. Desperate defence there by the 2A NFL. Gale can't get to it. Dykes dives in on top of it. Gale punches it forward to Beaumont. Here's a chance now for the Union. The ball kicked down deep into the forward line, looking for Brown, but it's offline, and the ball dribbles out of play, and a throw-in will take place deep in the forward pocket. The Union 10-10-70 to the 2A NFL 6-10-46. Ball about to be thrown in. Rewalt against Reynolds. Reynolds gets the palm down, but it goes to the Southern player here in Marchant, who's been a good player in defence. The handball goes out wide. It gives Rogers the opportunity. He was dispossessed, but he's still battling on strongly. Cops one in the back and receives the free kick on the half-back line. Rogers and March have definitely been the best players for the South as Rogers takes it away from the half-back line, drives towards centre wing. Gillum and also the player there in Gardam raffle it, and finally Gardam decides to go for the mark, and he does so on centre wing. Gardam's long kick now down forward. It's all the South though. They smother each other. Beaumont can't get his boot to the ball. In there is Rewalt. He gets out of it well for a big man. Gives it to Perry. Perry's kicked back towards centre wing. Gardam can't mark. Baker kicks it off the ground. A chance for Gale. Gale gets out wide to Peter Templeton, but he couldn't control it. And Darren Perry relieves the pressure now for the Southern team. He gets out wide to Hanlon. Hanlon's kick comes up towards the centre wing position. Players up high, and Latrobe captain in Jones has pulled in the mark for the Union. Jones quickly on with play now, goes out wide, but it's a poor kick. And the mark taken here by Ricky Hanlon. The New Norfolk player now in defence for the 2A NFL. They desperately need goals here now as the kick goes in towards the centre of the ground. The mark taken by Rogers. He wants to get on with play quickly. Trying to set up the running player there in Perry. The kick towards half forward from behind. A great mark pulled in here by the Union players. The umpire paying it. And it's gone on this occasion to Baker on the half-back line. Baker's long kick down forward. Up high was Keegan. He couldn't mark. Here's the opportunity now for Peter Templeton. He can kick it a mile. A long hand pass to Beaumont. Beaumont out wide to Ricky Brown. Here's a goal coming up for the Union. He bangs it home. Another goal on the board of the coast. And that's a great goal kicked by Ricky Brown. Great teamwork by the Union. And that's 11 goals, 10 now on the board. 11-10, 76. And they're 5 goals clear on the Southerners now. 6-10, 46. And we've played 15 minutes in the last term.
Well, here at West Park now at the 15-minute mark, the Union racing right away from the South as the ball comes down. Little Exel can't pick the ball up, but he's run into by Rudy Gillum. Comes into the centre of the ground, down underneath, it's Wade. And the umpire will say, give it to me, fellas, and I'll ball it up right in the centre of the ground. In fact, that wasn't Wade under it, was Darren Perry. The ball umpire with the ball now. Umpire Lila Hearn. The Union now leading by the clear 30 points and racing right away from the South in this last quarter. Up they go. That's a good knock down to Rudy Gillum. He's been a good player in the ruck. He hasn't been off the ball since half-time, I don't think, and Rudy Gillum has been a good player. Here's a kick goes to the Southern player. I think that must be Marchant. I'll wait till we pick him up. In fact, it's Rogers. Puts the ball up towards centre half forward. Up goes the big fella, Rewald. He can't take the mark. It comes down, being picked up by Peter Templeton. He gets one under the butt of the ear. Damien Cox, he's been a real stopper for the Union. He's taken Scott Wade right out of the game. And what a feather in the cap of Damien Cox as Scott Wade's been taken from the field by the South and being replaced again by Exel. The ball comes down to the ground. Throwing his weight around would be Rewald in there, but the Union have been too fast as they get the ball once again out to the little fellow in Ricky Brown. He puts the ball down to Michael Gale. He's dispossessed by the ball by the TFL fellow in Robbie Dykes. Robbie Dykes puts the ball up towards the centre line position where we see Stephen Nichols with the ball. He gets the ball and puts it back towards the centre position. The drop mark, the pressure's too great for the South, and we see a free kick would have to go to the South there for across the shoulder. In fact, when the player didn't have the ball, in fact, that Southern player there with the ball looked like it could be Chris Rogers again. In fact, it is. Puts it up towards Rewald, but punched away by Scott Wade. He's been a great backup back there for Simpson. Little Ivanov throws himself onto the ground, racing through the centre of the ground would be Wayne Wing. He can't pick up the ball. Coming out with it would be that's Chris Rewald. He puts the boot to it. Trying to pick him up would be the Southern player in Darren Perry. And the umpire will say, give it to me, fellas, at the 17-minute mark with the Union home for all money here at West Park this afternoon. The pro-Union crowd delighted with their performance. They started training for this. They've had over 20 training runs since early January. Picked up on the far side of the ground there and kicked out of bounds over there. The half-forward flank the Union into attack. The game now an anti-climax as the Union completely outplaying the South for speed, fitness and desperation. As the ball's on the far side of the ground now, it'll be thrown in. We'll see Gillum still in the ruck. In fact, it isn't Gillum in the ruck. Scott Knight's gone into the ruck on this occasion. Up here, it's Gillum over the top with a magic punch down. He gets it down towards, I think that player would have been Beaumont, but there's a good mark taken by the centre half back in Peter Walker. Peter Walker looking for the for the ever-elusive Marchant. He can't pick it up. Here comes a handball from Wayne Wing. He gives it across there towards the Union player, and it's on down there at centre half forward. Gardam tried to run through a player and gets one under the ear to go on with. The South running the ball out of full back now around towards the grandstand side, but the pressure ain't once again far too good, and the South are obviously not accustomed to this sort of pressure. Can't get the ball out of defence, and it goes over the boundary line almost on the full. 18 minutes marks gone of this final quarter. The game an anti-climax almost as we see the boundary umpire Beaumont throw the ball in. Taken out of there by Rewald, punched away on that occasion by the coastal player there, which would have been Ricky Brown. He's been a good player too. Comes up towards Rewald. Racing at him would have been Peter Temple. Nexel goes down onto the ground. Trying to pick it up would be Rewald, but umpire Hearn will say, give it to me, fellas, and I'll ball it up. At the 18-minute mark, the NWFU 11 goals, 10 TNF, ANFL 6-10. The South only 6 goals on the board, and Fox has been kept goalless. Ricky Brown copped one under the ear to go on with, then right under the teeth he got it. Got to have been throwing the ball there, and a free kick will have to go to the Union player, and I think that player is Ian Jones, is it? She's been a solid player too, putting the ball up towards Reynolds. That'll lose that player. Gardam in race for the ball, picks it up, runs into an open goal, and home it goes for another one on the coast now. 36, and in actual fact they've doubled the TANFL score. What do you think about that, Bob?
Oh, it's tremendous, Tig, from the coast point of view. But I think they set this win up in the third quarter, and they've just been far more desperate. I'm amazed. You made comment yourself earlier of the renowned physical fitness of the South, but admittedly it's a wet and windy day and the South are kicking into a strong goal, but to have been held goalless in 2 quarters of football doesn't say much for the Southern fitness, or if it says something for the Southern fitness, it certainly doesn't say anything for the Southern determination to try and win the ball, and in fact I've been fairly disappointed with the South. I think they should have done a lot better than they've already done. The ball comes from the wing position towards centre half forward for the South as they go into attack. The ball's picked up there by Nichols. He can't control the ball, and the star of the first quarter has gone right out of the game completely. In fact, I don't think Nichols has had a kick in the last...
I think, Bob, the way they ran onto the ground, there's a few Southerners a little bit wrapped up in their own importance, and that could be the difference.
Right, ball comes out into the forward pocket. They're still contesting and trying to get the ball, but the Union are there in plenty of numbers, and the Union, if they haven't been able to get the kick, have certainly in the second half of the game been able to smother the ball right up. Player coming off the ground for the Union, who's played extremely well there, is Ian Jones. He looks as though he's got a shoulder. He's been replaced by Shepherd, and Shepherd certainly is no mean machine to come back onto the ground as the ball comes out for the South. The South run towards the open goal through Williamson. He fires towards goal, and I think he's no, it's gone over the top of the post, and as a result, a minor score only. 6-11 to 12-10, and still the South, Simpson kicks it to himself. Still the South have not kicked a goal at the western end of the ground. Ball flies off the pack. Mannion gets the football. He gets the hand pass away and going forward there, but caught unmercifully with the ball was Rogers. Far too slow to get rid of it, and umpire Muston says you were too slow getting rid of the ball. The ball goes out. A hand pass over to Ivanov. Ivanov, a little chip pass, gets out towards Hennessy. Hennessy sends the ball down to the half-forward flank, and the young 18-year-old in Michael Gale stands there. Gets the hand pass back, and Keegan sends the ball towards centre half forward. It comes off the hands of the pack there. Walker was in there to try and get the ball out for the TFL. He can't do so as the crowd starts to leave West Park. Almost into time on. As Tig said earlier, the game quite some anticlimax now. It had built for 3 quarters, but then a brilliant last quarter by the Union as Ivanov kicks that ball over the line and out of bounds, has really put the seal on this game. Certainly would have to be close, Tig. Ivanov has played extremely well, and I think his desperation has certainly in the third quarter, well all day, but particularly in the third quarter, has set this game up and allowed the Union to run out really comfortable winners. Getting very dark here as the ball is kicked out towards the half forward line for the Union. The Southerners knock the ball forward. Then it's picked up and dispossessed of the football there was Rogers. He's moved right down, but a free kick's been picked out. It's going to go the way of Ivanov.
Gosh, he's been a great player, Bob, isn't he, a terrier?
And always at the bottom of the pack, Tig. I mean, that's where he's got his kicks from, as Ivanov sends the ball towards centre half forward. Reynolds flies. Gale picks the ball up off the pack, kicks towards goal, but on this occasion, the ball lands in touch in the forward pocket. Just
approaching the time on period now in the last term. 12 goals, 10, 82 the Union. The TFL 6-11-47 as the throw-in takes place. Big punch down, picked up by Beaumont. He screws it round, but he's offline, and one behind only. So it's 12-11 to 6-11, and the Union leading by 36 points. Only minutes remaining now in this game as the kick-out's been taken here by the TFL, and it's been smothered off the boot. That's just typical of the way they've played. Reynolds lumbers in, kicks it off the ground, and he's put it through for a goal. That's Reynolds' first. One away from the kick, his first goal. 13 goals, 11 to 6 goals, 11, and the Union lead now by 42 points. Well, that's Reynolds' first, and the Union go further ahead. 89 plays 47, 42 points the difference. The ball taken out of the air by Rewalt. He certainly hasn't given up in the ruck, and the umpire will call for it again. Gillam has rucked tirelessly for the Union, but Rewalt's done a great job since coming onto the ground at half-time. There's the throwdown to take place again. It's going to be Gillam against Rewalt. 42 points the difference, 26 minutes gone. Rewalt and Gillam, neither player got a decisive tap down. The ball still in the centre square. Picking it up there is Brown. He drives it down towards centre half forward. Desperate play. Coming through strongly is Shepherd. He can't pick it up. Reynolds has got it now. Finally gets the hand pass back towards Darryl Shepherd in the goal square. Strong defence though by Curley. He's in there fighting for the ball. Coming out was Marchant. His hand pass puts Fox under plenty of pressure. Fox is still in there battling strongly though, and he breaks away with strength. Good play by Fox as he drives the ball out towards centre wing. Wings the man in front. Coming from behind there was Nichols. Punches the ball away. Nichols kicked 3 goals in the first half, but he's been out of the game since then. And good, strong defensive play there by the Union as they bottle play up on the wing position. Umpires allowing play to go on. Finally, it's taken here by Ricky Brown. He can't break clear. Coming through strongly again is Fox, Perry rather. His kick back towards the centre of the ground. Players meet heavily in the centre. It's Fox again. He breaks away. He's running in the wrong direction, but he sets up Curley with a good hand pass. He runs into a brick wall in Gillam, but he breaks away on the left foot. Drives it out wide. The mark taken here by Hanlon. Hanlon now on centre wing. Drives up towards centre half forward. The TFL at a belated effort driving up towards Fox, but he can't mark. It's pushed out in the direction here of a player. Diving on the ball there is Rewalt. Rewalt pushes the ball down forward towards Williamson. Williamson's been a great try for the Southern team. He snaps with the left foot, but he's offline and through for one behind only. 6 goals, 12-48. And the Union 13-11-89. Simpson's going to take the kick out now for the Union. He's played a great game at full-back on Fox. Kept Fox goalless to this stage, or he's only kicked 1, and that was in the first quarter. As the kick back towards the centre of the ground, taken by that man Ivanoff again. His kick out wide towards centre wing. Players up high. Fox is there underneath the pack. Can't get rid of the ball. The umpire says you've held it too long, son, and the free kick will go the Union's way to be taken by Devonport's Brown. His kick goes forward, looking for a player in Templeton. Michael Templeton's long kick towards goal, but he's offline and only one behind only. 13 goals, 12 to 6 goals, 12, 7 goals the difference. And the Union have certainly handled West Park and the wet conditions in fine style today. There's the kick out, looking for Rewalt. Rewalt up high in front of the pack, could have been paid the mark. Umpire says play on. The hand pass comes out wide to Walker. Walker's hand pass finds a player running past as that was Dykes. Dykes was dispossessed of the football. Picking it up there was Cox. A long hand pass over. Gale couldn't grab the ball. Picking it up now is Hennessy. Hennessy gets the handball back towards Cox. Can he pick it up? He pushes it forward towards Gardam. Gale dives back in on top of the ball, players flying in on top of it, and the umpire calls for it now on the half-forward line. 28.5 minutes gone in the final term. And the Union crowd have seen a great performance by their players here today. There's the throw up, Rewalt and Gillam. Both players have rucked tirelessly in the second half as the ball kicked down towards full forward. Shepherd's in there for the Union. He can't pick it up. Diving in on top of it. Umpires allowing the play to go on as it's kicked out wide towards Williamson. He's been one of the Southerners' better players. Picking it up as Rewalt. He can't get rid of it. It comes out to Walker. Walker's under heavy pressure. He ran into a brick wall in Templeton. As the ball comes out towards the centre wing position, Fox didn't have it. And the umpire's there right on the scene. And Fox will take the free kick on centre wing. They fought hard, the 2A NFL, but they just haven't been up with it today, and the Union have played the better football, and they've played 29 minutes in the final quarter, and that's typical. Templeton has smothered the ball off the boot. Umpire charges in now on centre wing, and he's picked out the ball, and he'll bounce it down on centre wing. Only moments remaining now in this quarter. There it is, it's all over. The Union have won this 75th anniversary clash against the 2A NFL. The Union, 13 goals, 12-90, have defeated the Southern team, 6 goals, 12-48, and you can see there that the players are receiving a great reception from the Union supporters, and Coach Warren McCarthy has waited 12 months for this. So have the Union players, and they've come out on top today. Final scores again, the Union 13 goals, 12, and to the 2A NFL, 6 goals, 12-48.